Hey guys, welcome to my channel. And today I will be going over everything you need to know about tanking in Tower of Fantasy. I will be focusing on the PvE side of things in this video because I haven't had much time in experimenting in PvP, so just keep that in mind. And so if you find this useful, be sure to leave a like and let's jump right in. First and foremost, having the Fortitude weapon resonance is important for this role. Not only will you get a 45% damage reduction, you will also be able to get the enemy's aggro easily, taking the pressure off your main DPS and healer. Your job as a tank is to survive the longest, and at the same time, you're also the one setting up your team for more DPS. And you can accomplish this by being the one to trigger the most perfect dodges and being the one focused on breaking the enemy shields. And this leads to my first tip, which is learn how to manage your resources, i.e. your dodges and stamina. As we all know, we have 3 dodges that recharge over time, and being able to know when to use a dodge can be crucial, especially in joint operations and world bosses. You only have 2 reasons to use your dodge, either for moving out of an enemy attack and hopefully triggering a perfect dodge, or dodging to be able to use a dodge attack. Dodge attacks are especially good if you want to break shields fast. I noticed this with Huma on her second weapon stance. Huma can fully break a normal mob's shield in just 2 dodge attacks and 1 normal attack. So learn when you should be using your dodges, and if you're still trying to get used to tanking, I recommend always saving 1 dodge as a safety net for when you are about to get hit by an attack you don't expect. Your team composition will depend on a few factors. You will always have 2 tanking weapons for your Fortitude Resonance, and your third slot can be one with a high charge rating, or it can be a healing weapon if you don't have a dedicated healer or if you're not getting enough heals. You can choose any of the simulacra we have in the defense category. Each one of them are great in their own way, but of course the SSRs will be optimal. So you end up with Huma and Merit. We will be getting more defense-oriented characters in the future, which the Chinese version already has access to, but that will be for a different video. Now, I will be going over my recommended matrices for tanking. I know most of us are still unlikely to get most of these, especially because they're very rare, but this is just to give you an idea on which to go for, and for you to know which world boss you should be spending your type 3 chips on. So in no particular order, here are my recommended matrices for tanking. Shiro 2-piece and 4-piece set, King's 2-piece and 4-piece set, Meryl's 2-piece and 4-piece, the Kokurator 2-piece set, Zero's 2-piece and 4-piece set, and I'll put up the set bonuses up on the screen, and I will also put a link down below to the website where you can find all the matrices with their bonus effects, so you can clearly see which ones you prefer. And you can't really go wrong with using any of these sets. You can either go with the full-on 4-piece set of a specific matrix, or you can combine a 2-piece with another 2-piece, which will also work really well. I've only gone over the SSR matrices, but there are also some options from the SR ones, which can also be great choices. Echo's 3-piece set is good for when you're running 2 tank weapons and 1 healing weapon. You can put this on your healing weapon to get better uptime on your discharge skill. Pepper's 3-piece set can also be useful for your discharge skill, just like Echo's 3-piece set. This increases the weapon charge for your weapon, and remember that you can get this completely for free by completing the chapter 7 in the Wanderer's Log. And as for Barbarossa 3-piece, I personally think this is really good because the harder your opponent hits, the more you get out of the damage reflection. But it does have a 30-second cooldown, which is kind of a bummer. And I will be putting a chart up on the screen for you guys to know which bosses drop which matrix to help you guys out. And now we are going to talk about the relics. This is something I don't see a lot of people talk about in guide videos, and I really think this is one of the most important things in the game. For tanking, there's a few relics that can be very clutch in some situations, most notably the cybernetic arm and the jetpack. The cybernetic arm can help you evade enemy attacks, and in some cases can be even better than the normal dodge. The cyber arm has a long range that covers about the same distance as 2 normal dodges, so I can see this useful in scenarios when you are out of dodges or when you're about to get hit by a big attack from a world boss and 1 dodge is not good enough to get out of the way. You can also use the jetpack to get out of the way. I can see these 2 relics being used alternatively as an emergency escape button. As for equipment, we are still early into the game and most likely not able to get the legendary pieces, so the only tip we can give you, pick the ones with single element focused substats because they have higher stat values and you don't have to worry about equipment anyways. at least for now, since you will end up replacing them anyways with better ones down the road. In my opinion, tanking is the most difficult role in Tower Fantasy. Not only are you head to head with the enemy because you have aggro, you are also trying your best to soak up as much damage as possible while staying alive. So here are a few tips that can be useful when you are taking on the tank role. Do your best to make the enemy face away from your teammates. Your DPS and healers will most likely be more squishy, so taking the pressure off of them will be very helpful. And make sure to cook the best food you can. You will be taking so much damage, so it's only right for you to take the best food to replenish your HP with. I will be putting up the best food you can cook up on the screen, and I will also show you how you can make them. So definitely make sure to have these on your character when going to battle. And that's about everything I wanted to cover in this video. If you have any questions or if you think I missed anything, feel free to leave it down in the comments below. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.